Marcus here with Red Wagon Craft Company, and today I'm going to teach you how to make a bow that you would be able to use to put on your wreaths, or you can use them to put on your Christmas presents or birthday presents. There's a couple different ways, but I'm going to show you one of them today. What you'll need to do this project is you'll need some ribbon. I have it's 9 foot long here. It's a burlap ribbon that I have. You'll need scissors, of course, and then something to use to tie off your bow with. And what I had found was at the Dollar Tree. I had found this, it was in the garden section, and it was something you can use to tie together. They were called twist ties with cutter. And I don't know if you would use those for flowers or something that you would do to fasten together some type of gardening tools. I'm not really quite sure, but I had thought that because it was green, this would be perfect for some of the stuff that I was using. So I went ahead and picked that up, and so that's what we're going to use today to fasten together our bow. So what I do is I take my ribbon, and I do not cut anything off of the spool yet. I go ahead and start from the beginning and keep it onto my strand, just so I can use as much as I need and I don't have to cut and then re-fasten everything in together. So you'll want to start by making one loop, like so. You'll make one more loop here. I'm going to make 3 essentially. So here's your second loop. I try to make them all the same size, and then there is my 3rd loop. So you're going to want to have 3 loops like so. At this point, this is where you're going to bunch them all together at the bottom. So whatever you do on one side, you'll want to do to the other side. So I'm going to go ahead and make a loop right here on this side, like this. And I'm going to bunch it all together at the bottom. And now I'm going to make the loop on the other side, like so. And again, you're going to bunch everything together at the bottom. So there's your one loop here and your second loop here. Now, you don't have to worry so much about the loops, and they might not look perfect right away. You can go ahead and go back and kind of shape it and make it look the way that you want it to look once you get finished and fasten them all together. So now I'm going to make one loop on this side and one loop on this side. So I'm going to make one loop here, like this. I'm going to go over, make another loop over here. I'm going to bunch them all together at the bottom, like this. You can see that there. And then I'm going to go ahead and make one here and one here. And really, as many loops as you want to do will be up to your preference. It is how full you want your ribbon, your bow to look. So every loop that you make, you're going to want to bunch together at the bottom. So I'm going to bunch that together. I'm going to make one more big loop over here. And it looks like I'm about to run out of my ribbon on my spool here. So at that point, let's go ahead and take that off. So I'm going to have all of my ribbon bunched up together like this. I'm going to go back and kind of fix my bow to look how I would like it to look after I get it all together. But I have everything bunched together like this at the bottom. Then I'm going to have one big, let's tear this off right here. I'm going to have one big huge loop at the bottom, and those are going to be for your 2 tail ends. But once you have the big loop at the bottom, you're going to bring it up to where you've bunched it all together. And you will then, this is the part that you're going to want to take your fastener, and you can always get this ready beforehand. And this you will use to tie your entire bow together at the bottom, where you have already used everything to bunch it up. This can be a little difficult. Sometimes I find that I end up, some of the strands fall out, so I have to go back and redo it. But over practice, over time, you get a little bit better each time. So all I'm going to do is just twist this together like I would a loaf of bread, and it will look like so. Once I have it how I want it to look, I'm going to cut the ends off, kind of trim it up there. And you can even leave those on if you wanted to, because it's depending upon whatever you're going to fasten it to. But for this purpose, we're just going to go ahead and cut it off. So this portion, you can go ahead and kind of fill out your bow however you would like to. Your loops will come together at the end, and here is one example of how my loop had come undone from what I had all kind of bunched together at the bottom. So no problem, you can go ahead and just undo what you had done, untie it, and I'm going to re-fasten it all together again. There you go. So once I have it all fastened together again, let's recut it. Okay, so at this point I'm going to take my very long loop at the bottom and I'm going to cut them. Now, you can do this a couple of different ways. Really, it's to your preference, whatever look that you are looking for. You can either leave your two tails with a straight cut like this, or I saw someone do this and I love it. I think it's absolutely the cutest thing. I fold my ribbon together like that, and then I start there and I cut it like that. So I will make that look kind of like an award that you would give somebody. I don't know the exact name for it, but there you go. So both ends are a little bit fancier of a look than you would normally have. And then you can go back, kind of make your ribbon as nice as you would like it to look, kind of fluff it out a little bit, and there you go. You have a ribbon that you can put either on top of a present, you can put it in a wreath is what I like to use them for, but I think that this Christmas I'm going to do quite a few like that and be able to decorate the presents a little bit differently, make them look a little fancier. So I hope that you enjoyed this, and come back and see us again for any type of new tech